Okay, this next set in Kulo Wing Chun is called Tang Ma, or sometimes Tang Ma Biu Gee. It's related to the prior lesson we did on the Wan Wu Yiu, life after death, because it's kind of a evasive, get out of a bad situation set for mobility. And Tang Ma means a jumping horse or leaping horse. Right? Ma is usually interpreted as stance, but it's dynamic. It's not just a static position. In this case, it's a moving position. Tang Ma is the jump, and then the stance you end up with is called a Ding Ji Ma, or character J stance, because of the shape. What sometimes is called a cat stance, but it's Ding Ji Ma. So Tang Ma ends in Ding Ji Ma, however you want to look at it. But anyway, it's an evasive kind of jump out of the way. So sometimes you'll see this set done with a pretty big motion. They'll leap out of the way one way and then the other way. This is the Tang Ma. And sometimes you'll see it less of a leap and it looks more like the three-angle step from the dummy form, where it's just a in, in, in. I'm kind of changing angle and directing that way. So it's less of a leap and more of just a redirection. But you can see it's a quick get out of the way. If something's coming straight at me and it's like, oh shit, I got to get out of the way, I'm leaping out of the way quickly. And I want to land in a balanced position. I don't want to be all funky leaning back, or, you know, it's a nice, I'm in kind of my Yi Ji Kim Young Ma. Ding Ji Ma is just one heel up. So my leap is supposed to land me in a nice stable position so I can transition into something else. The hands that go with it, the Biu Gee portion, when you see the guys do the leap, sometimes they'll add the folk sound motion and a Biu Gee like this, thrusting fingers. So they'll stand, something's coming, they're redirecting off of center and striking at the same time. And that's Biu Gee, Tang Ma Biu Gee. Sometimes you'll see them do it with a Phoenix Eye Fist instead. Boom, it's just that idea of strike. I deflect something away and strike. And if you recall the set or the lesson on Fuk Fu, Subdue Tiger, was this rolling motion with the Fuk Sao. And obviously that can become a strike easy enough. So this set probably started with just Tang Ma, and then somebody said, oh, we need to do some hands with this, so let's add Fuk Fu to it. And that's essentially what this is. You do the whole set, it's Tang Ma and Fuk Fu together. I'm doing the stepping leap, and I'm doing that Fuk Fu motion, and I'm just making this a strike of some sort. Pow, pop, 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 pop. If I show it from an angle, I'm getting out of the way. Something's coming right at me. Boom, and I'm hitting. I'm getting out of the way, hit, pop. Or Phoenix Eye Fist, boom, 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 boom. And that's Tang Ma. Wing Chun boxing structure is really not conducive for this kind of upright jump to the side. So I don't really use this set much in my Wing Chun boxing. But it's part of the Kulo Wing Chun that I've learned, so I just wanted to include it. And also because somebody asked me about this set, asked me to put it on video, so here it is. Okay, the Tang Ma Biu Gee on the dummy is not complicated. It's kind of like when we did the Wan Wu Yiu, the life after death. The dummy just kind of ends up being a reference point, a target, as much as anything, to kind of know that you stepped at the right angles and kind of have something to zoom in on. So it looks like this. I'm square to the dummy. So I'm right on the dummy center, and I'm going to do my Tang Ma, boom, and I want to make sure I end up on the 45-degree line to the dummy. So if I'm just practicing my footwork, I'm practicing getting that alignment. So I'm lined up right on the 45-degree line. I'm in a nice solid stance. When I put the hands with it, I step out, and here's the Fuk Sao. And I can do the Biu Gee, although that's a good way to jam your fingers. So I usually do the Phoenix Eye Fist. I just don't strike through, right? Then I have to kind of reset, and I'd be going the other direction. Reset, reset, reset. And that's the Tang Ma Biu Gee on the dummy.